What's going on, guys? Welcome to Dead Walking Sunday. We are talking The Walking Dead. Episode title, Forget. Now, this is a non-spoiler, so no spoilers here, my friend. No spoilers here. Now, I have to say, I felt like this episode, there was a lot of character interaction between Rick and his group and the new people. I did like that in the episode. I did like a lot of relationships being, molded, being formed. I can tell you right now, if you do, no, I won't say it. But I just felt like this episode was a little bit slow. It kind of dragged a little bit. There's some things that I guess the writers wanted you to connect to, but I didn't really feel connected, really, honestly. It just felt, there's one particular scene that deals with the party, and I felt like the party was kind of boring, honestly. But, it's just basically Rick's group getting used to this new home, Alexandria. And some people, like Daryl, some people who are just used to the outside of the wall have to get used to, kind of letting other people in. And, look at what happened in previous seasons, especially with the governor being the big bad villain. So, it's definitely, it's interesting to see Rick's group, they don't trust this community yet, but you can see some relationships get molded in this episode. I found it, like I said, I found it it was a little bit funny. There was a little humor here and there, little, one-liners that were kind of pretty funny. The Walking Dead, man, The Walking Dead gets those, I know it's not supposed to be high-packed, action, but it feels like this episode really felt like, if you ever saw the movie The Land of the Dead, where it had that morals of pretty much high society. When you have in Land of the Dead, you have these people who live in a high society, live in this big old building. There's walls surrounding it. They have a freaking mall in there. They have, food, shelter. Like, they live a lavish style, while the people outside of the wall have to live among these zombies and really fend for themselves, or the people who are kind of inside the wall but in the very below the building are pretty much the bums, or, well, they consider them bums, or just not the low class citizens. I don't feel like that is like that in The Walking Dead, but I feel like in this episode there is definitely a sense of they think nothing can go wrong, and that's a bad thing to do. Like, when you watch, this is The Walking Dead. A lot of things can go wrong. There is a point where Rick says, "Listen to our main what's her name? The chick who's running the show, Diane, that, hey, walkers are not the ones you're supposed to worry about. The people are the ones you're supposed to worry about." And that's very true. It is very interesting how Alexandria has already let them in. So, I want to say easily, but they do trust Rick and the group. And if I was in Alexandria's place, I wouldn't necessarily trick Rick and his group. If I was in Alexandria's place, I could tell that, hey, these guys are skilled killers. They're skilled. They look like they've been through hell. We, the community, are not in a bad shape at all. We haven't been in a bad shape like this group. So these people are dangerous. So it should go vice versa. It should go, Rick shouldn't trust Alexandria, and Alexandria should not trust Rick and his group. So it's interesting. There's a lot of a lot of ideas being thrown out in this kind of episode. The sense of being safe, the sense of not being safe. So there was a lot of those ideas in this episode, which you could take a look at yourself and let me know if I'm like hitting a button a little bit. But overall, like I said, it was a little bit slower kind of episode. There wasn't really much going on. Just a lot of, I guess you could call it character development, and not really too much development, more like character interaction. So, but hopefully next episode's picks it up a little bit more. It seems like it is kind of set up to a lot of things to come, a lot of relationships building, a lot of, like last episode, just a lot of things, that they have to pretty much, this Alexandria and Rick's group have to still, work together and mold this pretty much trust, or somewhat trust. So it was not too bad episode, though. I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. Just man, this is kind of I really want Walking Dead. It just doesn't feel like the Walking Dead of the old. And I'm not going to go on a rant about that because I've said that in my other videos how the Walking Dead has changed. It just seems like the creators and the producers and stuff haven't found the right, just the right pacing. That's what it is. It's all about pacing. Tone is right. Characters are right. Storylines are right. There's a lot of storylines that are happening in this episode that look like they're going to be really done well in the future episodes. So that's fine. But it's just a pacing issue. It's the trying to get to basically where a whole season is just entertainment, or at least something is going on. Like there's never a wasted episode. I feel like this was a little bit fluff, a little bit filler, but it wasn't too bad. So thank you guys for listening. If you like this video, please subscribe, please like. I want to give a shout out to Smoke Toke Sarah T. She asked for a non-spoiler review, and I'm happy to oblige. Everybody gets one, right, Spidey? That's right. So there you go, non-spoiler for you for now on, for every weekend, because there's my dog Balto, he's chilling. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching this video of Dead Walking Sunday. Until next weekend, another episode of The Walking Dead. See you guys.